What age did you realize that you had a special gift?
9. I was 9 years old, and I was in a private Catholic girls' school, and I began to see lights around the nuns. And I looked sometimes, and as I looked, I realized I could see lights around some of the girls. But I made the mistake of telling my French teacher that her lights were brighter than Mother Superior's. And that didn't go over too well in a private Catholic school. So from that time on, I kind of suppressed it, but it didn't go away. It never left. It never left me. It never went away. And it did increase very naturally. I've been tested at UCLA for my ability. I didn't go there to be tested. I went there to learn more about Kirlian photography, the ability to photograph the human aura in everything that God creates. I find it absolutely fascinating. Fascinating. And I worked with them, and they wanted to work with me as a natural psychic. I have never read books on it. I have never had training. Everything about it is all natural.
How did you meet your husband, Ed, and how did you two discover that you had the same interests?
Well, that was the continuation of your last question, because I only went out with one boy in my life, and that's the guy I married. I'd never been out on another date before or since. And so he was an usher in the theater, and a group of girls from church were going, it was in the summer, were going to the movies, and they invited me to go. And halfway there, they told me that they wanted to introduce me to this boy, and that wasn't really of interest to me. You know, my schooling, my religion, my family, they were all interests. But, you know, that wasn't of interest. I was 16 years old. And so when we went in, I didn't realize he was the usher in the theater. So I looked at him from his feet in the house, and he ran across the street. I didn't see that young, athletic, 16-year-old boy. I seen my husband as he looked just before I lost him. And I wrote in my diary on the 23rd of June, 1943, I'll spend the rest of my life with you. Yes. So it was definitely a continuation of the first question.
Would you say it was love at first sight?
Yeah, well, I would definitely say it was love at first sight. Yes, and there has been no other since.
What has been the most haunted location you've ever visited?
I think the United Kingdom has, you know, it's a very old area. We were involved in some extremely haunted places over there. But then all along our East Coast, Connecticut, and all along the East Coast there into the New England states is also very, very haunted because of all our old homes and tragedies that had occurred there through the years.
Can spirits follow you home from a location?
Mm-hmm. And they do. And they do, yes. So that's why you have to take a certain type of protection so that they don't do that.
Can spirits communicate with us through our dreams?
Yes, it's the easiest way for spirit communication to take place is on the dream level.
And one final question. When people lie to you, what kind of aura do you see?
So I have to really tell it's red there. It gets red. Certain levels are, but you know how people tell a lie and then compound the lie? Yes. Well, it gets redder and redder. Sometimes I insult them. Sometimes I don't.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for visiting us at California University.
You're welcome, dear. Thank you for having me.